We all know that the Pokemon universe is ripe with all sorts of mythical creatures that have unique powers. However, there is no one more powerful than the gods. The Christian God Almighty. That is who we're here to talk about today. Now, Pokemon. These ancient Pokemon are in charge of all forms of life in this world. Here are some of those gods whose special powers will blow your mind. Number 10. Kyogre. This Pokemon first appeared before us in the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire at level 50. This Pokemon was even the mascot of a Pokemon Sapphire, but it wasn't very popular for the right reasons. Although it is responsible for the oceans in this universe, it also helps to expand them through massive rains. This god takes its place in the lowest tier of gods in the universe. That's because it doesn't have any memorable characteristics. Its special attack stats are pretty great at 150, its special defense stats are also pretty decent at 140, which makes it a special brawler. However, it seriously lacks in the health and attack departments with an average of 100. Its defense and speed are just below average at like 90. This Pokemon looks like a whale with fingers on its fins. This really doesn't give us a whole lot to look at. Its signature move is Drizzle, which causes rain to appear on the battlefield, which also ain't very special. Sorry, man. Number 9. Groudon. This Pokemon certainly captures our interest. It's got a unique look that almost resembles a rocky dragon, which kinda makes it one of the most powerful kinds in the game. The Groudon first appeared before us in the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. We would catch it in Ruby at level 50. This god is the ultimate ruler of the land. The legend says that it's capable of evaporating water using boiling hot magma. It battled Kyogre, and has been sleeping in the underground recovering from the battle scars. This particular god is a physical brawler, unlike its foe, Kyogre. It has an attack stat of 150. The defense stat is 140. The health and special attack stats are just average at 100. It scores below average in its special defense abilities and its speed. Number 8. Rayquaza. All true Pokemon fans know that this weather god is one of the more powerful gods. It can be caught at level 50 in Pokemon Emerald. It looks exactly like a flying metallic serpent. Its dragon-like abilities make it the ultimate ruler of Earth. It can also be charged with protecting the Earth from meteors. Rayquaza is more powerful than Groudon and Kyogre combined. It also has clearly established its dominion over the others in several battles. This god has a signature ability called Airlock, which allows it to remove any types of weather conditions occurring on the battlefield, and it can also prevent new weather patterns from occurring. This ancient Pokemon is a strong attacker. It's also very resilient. Its attack and special attack stats are at 150, which is real impressive. Its health stat is also pretty high at 105. However, this Pokemon would be perfect if it had higher speeds and special defense stats. Number 7. Azelf. This Pokemon first appeared in the game Pokemon Diamond and Pearl at level 50. This god ranks pretty high on our list because it's the reason why almost every Pokemon trainer is successful and powerful. It is the epitome of balance. Azelf was created with the sole aim to provide humanity with the willpower or the determination to help them get over the challenges that life throws at them. However, without its balance and its determination, its stats are pretty disappointing. The attack and special attack stats are at 125 with a decent speed of 115, but its HP is a bit low at 75. Defense and special defense stats are also below average at 70 each. Although we aren't sure about how this Pokemon helps to create balance, we do know for sure that this Pokemon universe is much better because of the Pokemon. Number 6. Uxie. Uxie is the final guardian and appears for the first time in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl at level 50. This is one of the few ancients who has achieved omniscience, which means that Uxie has an incredible gift of knowledge. He was created to furnish mankind with this amazing gift. This Pokemon has a very unique ability called memory loss. The legend says that this Pokemon keeps its eyes forever closed, as opening them would cause anybody that saw their eyes to lose their memories. This comes very handy in battles because this Pokemon can anticipate every possible threat and resolve them. We've all seen how useful this skill was when the player had to handle Giratina in Pokemon Platinum. This Pokemon is the Psychic type with fairy features. It also resembles Mew wearing a yellow helmet and two tails. The special defense and defense stats, they're fine at 130 each. Unfortunately, it comes with a below average health, attack, and special attack at 75. Number 5. Palkia. In the upper hierarchy of Pokemon gods called the Creation Trio, it's probably the weakest of them all. But it doesn't mean that it isn't any less powerful, except that it objectively does. It doesn't mean that it's any less useful, cool. This Pokemon could originally be obtained in Pokemon Pearl only, at the starting level of 47. This god was created by Arceus to control space. It has a mechanical shape that resembles a dragon. It can bring fear to even the strongest of enemies. Palkia also assisted in the creation of the universe. Its death can stabilize and balance space. It also has the unique ability to create a pocket dimension and travel between different worlds. Its attack and defense stats are 120, and the special defense stat is a whopping 150. However, both its speed and its defense are, they're average. Number 4, Dialga. This Pokemon first appeared in Pokemon Diamond and could be caught at level 47. The legend says that this ancient Pokemon is able to control time. It can experience both the past and the future whenever it wants. It's said that the heartbeat of this Gid is what hells the time to go forward? No, it not hells the time to go. I made a little typo. Anyways, it's what tells time to go forward. It's believed that life would freeze if Dialga's heart were to stop. This creature is also pretty intimidating because of its triangle that resembles a four-legged dragon. Dialga is a very strong attacker. It's very evident in its special attack stat of 150. The attack and defense are also pretty good at 120. However, it's ironic that this god, I have fat fingers. I have fat little fingers, apparently. Anyways, so it's ironic that this god of time is really slow. Its speed is 90. Number 3, Giratina. This is probably the most powerful god of the creation trio. It is the antithesis of Arceus, who is the creator of all life forms in the universe. So this creature is probably the closest being to a devil. It first appeared in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and could be caught at a powerful level 70. This ghost dragon instills fear in almost everybody, with an intimidating figure with 6 legs, bat-like wings, and insect-like mandibles on its face and its throat. Yeah, this was the being that was first created to control antimatter. However, Arceus was afraid of the dark nature of its power, so it was banished to live in a chaotic dimension called the Distortion World. It says a lot about Giratina when you come to know that it was forced into exile by its own universe by another powerful god, right? However, you can be 100% sure that he's watching over the entire universe with his silent and cunning eyes. Its health is super high at 150, which combined with defense and special defense at 120 make it real powerful. However, much to everyone's surprise, this Pokemon has an average attack and special attack stat. Number 2, Mew. Mew first appeared in the first generation of games, and only as an event Pokemon. The event was a magazine promotion in which players had to compete to add this Pokemon to their arsenal. Only 20 winners received a game cartridge with this Pokemon inserted. Many strongly theorize that Mew is behind creating life as we know it. Many hardcore fans believe that there's a chance that a completely different Pokemon was able to be created through Mew's DNA. This clearly upholds the previous theory, and yeah, if there wasn't enough proof of Mew's awesome superpowers, here's some more. Mew is also able to learn every move in existence. Its special and exclusive Z move, Genesis Supernova, is clearly pointing to the fact that Mew was the reason why life existed in the Pokemon universe. Number 1, Arceus. There is no doubt that Arceus is the most powerful Pokemon god in the entire universe. It is the mastermind behind the existence of every species, along with the genesis of the other gods. So I don't know what that stuff was about Mew, but Arceus is the man. This creature resembles a four-legged deer that appears to be stuck in a strange wheel. It could be tamed only in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl through Nintendo events, but this came to an end in 2010. So the players were left with only one way to get an Arceus legitimately, which was through trades. But cheating was also an option for a lot of people. This Pokemon made its first appearance at level 80. This ancient god is very powerful, with its perfectly distributed stats of 120. So it's not astonishing that it single-handedly managed to banish Giratina to another realm of existence, from which it couldn't escape. Apart from being one of the most powerful gods, it's also capable of changing its type from one to another. But despite this multi-type power, it's kind of amusing that this extra powerful, ancient god, eldritch entity. What is my type, you might ask? I'm normal. If you enjoy watching our Animezing content, then please leave a like on the video and hit subscribe button to see more videos. Also, if you want a recap of a new episode, then just let us know in the comment section down below.